Folks, new pack just landed. Is it gas or what? Iran's leader is dead. We reported on this earlier, all of these bombs going off in Iran, and we can now confirm that the leader of Iran, the supreme leader, as we covered in the previous video, okay, won't be lining up for any more supreme drops now. He is no longer, Draco would say, okay, he's gone. He's gone. He's finished. It's over with, okay? There's been a lot of crazy stuff going around about this afternoon. Okay, I finally got back. I'm gonna break it all down for you in this video, but we're smoking Persian pack tonight. That's what it is. I'm sorry. That's just is what it is. Okay, he's gone. He's no longer. All right. So let me show you some of the news reporting. I'm going to show you some of the rumors going around, and I think tomorrow I'm going to do a different video about how Dubai is basically finished as a tourist destination. It's over with. We ain't going to Dubai no more. It's over with. But I'll do that tomorrow. But for now, let's just remain on pack watch as we can actually find out what is going on with this.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are interrupting the game for just a moment here because there is major breaking news at this hour. ABC News has just learned that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is believed to have been killed in the attack in Iran. President Trump just moments ago confirming the news in a social media post. Killed in that attack led by U.S. and Israeli forces. The 86-year-old cleric had served as supreme leader since 1989, more than 30.
So he's 86 years old. He's been serving since 1989, all right? I saw some people trolling on Twitter talking about 86. He was so young. What was this guy even doing still being in charge? I'm sorry, but a strong gust of wind could have taken this guy out. The fact that it took B-2 bombers is ridiculous. But hey, he's no longer.
30 years. The U.S. and Israel say they targeted Khamenei and the rest of Iran's top leadership in massive strikes that began early this morning. Israel saying just hours ago that it would continue to target the regime until it has been eliminated. Our Rachel Scott asking the president in a phone conversation late today how long this would last. He said that the outcome, the timeline of this could depend on when we confirmed, the U.S. confirmed, that the supreme leader was in fact dead. Also, Rachel asking the president who will lead Iran next. President Trump telling Rachel that he did not want to explain, but that we have a beautiful plan. I want to get right to our chief White House correspondent, Mary
Trump's
Bruce.
got a big, beautiful
live
plan.
at the White House tonight. Mary, what have you learned?
David, the president announcing Khamenei's death in a lengthy social media post. Just now, I want to read through to you what the president is saying. He says, Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khamenei and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems. And working closely with Israel, there was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. The president goes on, David, to repeat the claims that we heard him make overnight shortly after this attack for regime change. The president saying this is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. The big question has been, what does that look like? How does the U.S. and how does President Trump envision that playing out? The president says that hopefully the IRGC and police will peacefully merge with the Iranian patriots and work together as a unit to bring back the country to the greatness it deserves. But David, the president concludes this statement by saying that the heavy and pinpoint bombing, however, will continue uninterrupted throughout the week or as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the Middle East and indeed the world.
Absolutely insane, okay? So that they've taken him out. Trump has finished him off. It is insanity, okay? He did exactly what he said he was going to do. He did exactly what he supposed to do, okay? And there's maps going around just showing the absolute scale of these bombings, okay? Look, I've got it here in my little document, all right? As you can see here, this is a conflict map that included Israel, all of the different, basically, attacks that they sent over straight to Tehran. A lot of different places that are on the map. I don't know if you can see that, all right? But they basically sent all kinds of just, missiles, weaponry, all right? And then basically this map showed that Iran actively fired retaliation missiles into more than 5 different countries. And I'm going to cover this in another video about how they sent bombs to Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, all of these places. So yeah, they bombed all of these countries. Okay, they got Iraq in there. Look, okay, I know Iran and Iraq have some pretty historical beef, but they basically lashed out at everybody. Jordan, the UAE, and I think the UAE has probably been the most devastating one. This one actually really does change everything. But anyway, I'm going to cover that in a much more deeper dive in another video for you guys. So it looks like the worst has been avoided. This was a tweet that was going around that said Donald Trump has threatened to deploy O-Block into Iran, right? Either Iran locks in or O-Block will handle things. Fortunately, they will not have to deploy any tactical BDs. to Iran. There's some pretty funny tweets going around about this. I'm not going to lie to you. It is actually crazy. These are crazy times we're living in. We need a little bit of humor to lighten the load. But there's been some crazy tweets. This one had me cracking up, man. They said, breaking news, all right. They said the new supreme ruler of Iran has chosen Marco Al-Rubio, who will be assuming the role within at least the next few hours. Okay, good luck to him on the new position. I think he's going to do a much better job than the last guy. Now, funnily enough, okay, they tried to fake that he was alive. There's been a few instances of this over the years that I've covered in different various wars, from street gang wars to, international conflicts. But when dudes get smoked, they like to pretend they're still alive. This was going around. It said, breaking, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei addressed the Iranian people in a video denying reports that he was killed by Israel. Now, I don't know if he had this one pre-recorded because he knew he would end up getting packed off by Israel at some point, all right? Couldn't escape them forever. But he put this one out basically saying, look, we don't even need to listen to this nonsense, right? Even the community notes, they're saying, nope, he's dead. It's been confirmed. And so this is actually the moment that the Iranians had to backtrack. This was the moment on Iranian state television when it was announced that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed. Very somber-looking news presenter thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be in a job. I don't even know if I'm going to be having a home that hasn't been reduced to rubble in the next few days. Look at this.
انا لله و انا الیه راجعون. ملت بزرگ ایران، روح بلند پیشوای ملت بزرگ ایران و پیشقراول امت اسلامی حضرت امام خامنه ای با نوشیدن شهد گوارای شهادت در ماه مبارک رمضان.
He's tasting the sweet nectar of martyrdom. I don't know if that's the sweet nectar that he's tasting. I think he might be tasting the sweet nectar of an American missile system.
به ملکوت اعلا پیوست. شورای عالی امنیت ملی در این زمینه بیانیه.
He's cooked, right? He's cooked. It's over with. Okay, so what's really interesting, all right, that I thought was quite fascinating about this is that there was actually a report that this was some kind of get back for 9/11. Now, bear with me for a second. People are saying in the Islamic calendar, today is the 11th day of the 9th month. 9/11. Payback time for all of you Islamic terrorists. That's what this tweet says. President Trump carried out strikes on Iran on 9/11, in their 9/11, during Ramadan. He's an absolute genius. Rest in peace, Khomeini. I didn't say that. That's Laura Loomer saying that. That's Laura Loomer, okay? She's a feisty one, all right? But she's saying that Trump just did a 9/11. It's insanity. Okay, it's insanity. Now, a lot of people are saying there's going to be get back. Alex Jones, we haven't got time to listen to everything he's saying, but he's basically saying there's a high probability that Iran will be activating terrorist sleeper cells within the United States in the coming days and weeks. And that is a scary prospect. That is probably the biggest thing people are worried about, is actually any kind of retaliation for this. They've been hitting back at Dubai, and I'm going to cover that in detail tomorrow, but this is bad luck. This is a bit of a joke tweet going around, all right, but we've talked a lot about Palantir recently. People saying, breaking, according to several sources, Khamenei's last words were, oh, so that's what Palantir fucking does. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if they, you know what I'm saying, if they set the play, if they lined up the back door for this one. So people are celebrating all around the world. This video is going around in London, and this is apparently Iranians and Israelis, or a group of Jewish people that are, supporting Israel, celebrating together in London. This is a sight that very few people actually ever see. So if you look at this, all right, we don't need to hear all of that going on. These are Iranian flags being flown, I believe. And Israeli folk, you never would have thought you'd be seeing these kind of sights. The everyday Iranian is really happy about what's happened here, okay? Now, ironically, okay, an Iranian commander came out to say Trump should know that today we fired only our own stockpile missiles. Soon we'll unveil weapons that you've never seen before. Iran signaling they're moving from the old inventory to the next level stuff. Since their 84-year-old leader has just been killed, I would expect that they're probably moving from old inventory to next level stuff for sure. Okay, people have been reacting to the news all over Reddit and giving their opinions on this, and it has been absolutely wild. Now, I believe Trump might have actually released some footage of the strike as it happened, okay? And I'm going to show you that in a minute. But basically, this is in New Iran. This was 7 hours ago. They're saying, let's hope this is true. Many of the military, other security police forces no longer want to fight, and they're looking for immunity It is crazy, okay? People saying it's self-coup time. The remaining defectors and high command collaborators will self-coup the government at this rate and basically bring Pahlavi in because there's no way they're going to be able to run the country on their own. He was saying no longer want to fight translates to don't want to die without ever seeing what killed them. And they're saying we will make sure to prosecute and hold every single butcher accountable. And this won't be a get out of jail for free card, okay? It's crazy. It's good news. Good news if true, all right? A lot of people have been reacting. When the news came around on New Iran that Trump was confirming the death of Khomeini, people were rejoicing. Okay, if I can get the correct link, I will show you how much rejoicing was being shared. Okay. This is Trump basically confirming it, all right? And it's a pretty crazy statement. He said he called Khomeini one of the most evil people in history and that he's now dead. It's justice for the people of Iran and great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed, mutilated, or hurt by Khomeini and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems, working closely with Israel. There was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed could have done to escape it. It's the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country, and we're hearing many of their military and security and police forces no longer even want to fight. They're looking for immunity from us. Maybe he'll grant it if he feels like it. He said last night, now they can have immunity and later they will only get death. This is your last chance. Grab the immunity while it's on the table, because Trump will take that away. They're saying hopefully the IRGC and the police will peacefully merge with the Iranian patriots and work together as a unit to bring back the country to the greatness it deserved. They're going to make Iran great again. That's insane. All right, they're going to get MIGA. MIGA. All right. Make Iran great. That's what they're going to do. It's insane. It's insane that he's even tweeting this. Because that process could soon be starting in that. Not only the death of Khomeini, but the country has been, in only one day, very much destroyed and even obliterated. The heavy pinpoint bombing, however, will continue uninterrupted throughout the week. They are still going to keep blowing it up if they keep at it. But I would like to think that the people would be ready to rise up and actually install, hopefully, a democracy or at least something better than what was there before. They're saying he died like a rat. He died like a dog, a beautiful dog. I'm imagining that being read in Trump's voice. They're saying the hate of men will pass and dictators will die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. That's a quote from Charlie Chaplin there. Because I'm optimistic, but I don't doubt that the IRGC will peacefully merge. Like, after all, they have tens of thousands of their own people's blood on their hands, so logically speaking, they're at risk of even being prosecuted for those crimes. But anyway, we'll have to see how the situation unfolds. People saying there's already Israeli assets in the high command along with other defectors. The next step would be coup or self-coup the government. The control is dead. Are any even still fighting, or have they realized they're completely screwed? People aren't sure. Not sure. People are popping open a can of beer to celebrate. All right, I'm sure people are rolling up a big backwoods for some of this as well. It is insanity, okay? And this has gone to r/news. This is the biggest news in the world right now. Oh, it's been removed by the moderators. Well, we know exactly what this is. As saying Trump just announced Ayatollah's death, all right? Seems like it's shockingly easy to kill or kidnap world leaders. Well, it is when you're American. Maybe when you got AI. Maybe when you got that Palantir on your side. That's probably how. So this video has been going around. This is apparently Trump unclassifying the videos from the strikes on Iran, okay? It is insane. So this is apparently some footage of just how much their shit got pushed in, basically. Look at the state of it. He's unclassified some of these strikes, just whole buildings just destroyed in milliseconds. Huge military installations just absolutely obliterated. Okay, this looks like some sort of air defense. Gone. It's gone. And it's gone immediately in seconds. It's gone. I don't know what equipment that is, but it looks big. And it's gone. It's blown to smithereens immediately. Okay. That's what you get when you fuck around with the Americans. That's what you get. Okay. Now, some people are still quite upset about this. People are saying when the next 9/11 happens, they'll be holding Republicans responsible. Now, arguably, people are still saying, no, we need to unclassify Epstein. Don't be distracted. More importantly, what about the unredacted Epstein files? The Dow is at 50,000. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. It is what it is. It's crazy. So, look, I'm going to do a bigger breakdown of everything that's going on, especially in Dubai tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be new news when I wake up. I've got another Epstein. I actually got 2 Epstein videos that I need to do. One of them I won't be able to put out until Monday because it has been flagged by YouTube and I don't want to get in trouble. And some people, some people were kind of upset that I had videos that I was uploading and I couldn't upload them in time. But I don't want to be in trouble with YouTube, right? I'm already in enough trouble with them on my main channel. But this is crazy news. This is one of the biggest things that's happened, okay? I'm currently not in my usual setup, so I've not been able to kind of give you all of the updates that I would have liked, but I will be back very soon, and I will keep updating you on this. And I know this situation is going to keep developing. I'll keep you guys updated about the change of government, any of the transition that's going on, and any more news about the operation that took out the supreme leader. I'll keep you guys informed. But yeah, this is crazy. This is absolutely wild news. And it just goes to show you what happens when you mess around with America. I'm even seeing rumors that apparently Putin is backtracking on Ukraine because he's seen how far the Americans can take it. If Trump wanted to do this to Putin, he could. I'll just say that, all right? I'll just say that. I don't think he wants to. But there you go. All right, we're seeing the Shaheed drones in Dubai. Dubai is finished as a tourist destination. It is actually over with. All the influencers, you're going to have to find somewhere else to go. It's going to be everyone's going to go to Thailand. But anyway, I'll cover that in another video for you guys in great detail tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up here. Definitely thoughts and prayers to the people of Iran. I hope everything goes well for them and that they get the government that they deserve. And it's finally the end of that era. Crazy. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.